So good morning everyone. As you all know, in the previous class we have completed the different methods of plane table surveying. The next method is your resection method. Basically, resection is a process of determining the plotted position of a station occupied by the plane table by means of site taken towards the known point location of which have been plotted. So basically, you are what determining a plotted position. Okay, so that is the main purpose of your resection. You are plotting what, or you're determining the position of already a plotted position station occupied by the plane table by means of site taken towards the known points and location of which has been plotted. Basically, in this section, what you are doing is that suppose you have done a surveying with the help of plane table surveying, and uh, you have to establish a where your table was been uh, established. That point you need to establish. So with the help of some reference point which has been already plotted, you will have to find out what that particular point where your plane table was installed. So that process is known as your method of resection. Okay, there are four methods of resection. That is by compass method. It can be done with the help of a compass method. It can be done by backsighting method. It can be done by 2-point problem. It can be done by 3-point problem. Okay, so we'll start with one by one. The method of resection. Suppose it is required to establish a station at position P. So you can see that we need to establish a station at P. Okay, so what you have to perform, that we will see in this diagram. Okay, let us select 2 point A and B on the ground. So you can see that we have selected 2 points on the ground. One is your point A, one is your point B, which is all on the ground. Okay, the distance AB is measured and then plotted to a suitable scale. The line AB is known as the baseline. So what you have to do, you have to install your table at point A, and then you have to perform your temporary adjustment, that you have to done your centering leveling work. After that, bisect the ranging rod which has been established at point B. Okay, after that, with the help of suitable scale, draw line AB over here, small a and B, that represent your baseline basically. Okay, so this line AB is nothing but your baseline. After that, what you have to do is that the table is then set up at point A. The table is leveled, centered, and the orientation of by bisecting by the ranging rod at B. Uh, 1 minute. Sorry, I got confused a little bit. What you have to do before only, you don't have to, you have to take a drawing sheet. Okay, we need to establish a point P. Now there are 2 points on the ground. One is point A and point B. With the help of your chain or your tape, you can measure this distance AB, and by selecting suitable scale, you are drawing it on a drawing sheet. Okay, after drawing it on a drawing sheet, attach that drawing sheet to your compass table, and then you have to establish it on your station A. Okay, at point A you will have to perform your centering and leveling work, so that centering is done with the help of your U-fork, so that the A point exactly coincide with the ground point. Okay, after that, what you have to do is, the second point is to what, that the table is set up at A. Okay, it is levered, centered, and orientation, and obviously you have to do the orientation with the help of point B. Okay, the table is then clamped. Now with the alidate touching point A, the ranging rod at P has been bisected, so a point P has been established. Okay, a point P has been marked with the help of a ranging rod. You need to what, with the help of alidates, bisect this ranging rod. Okay, and a ray is drawn. Okay, so a ray has been drawn. Then point P1 is marked on this way by estimating with the eye. So what you have to do is that with the help of eye judgment, you have to mark this point P1. We don't know the exact distance of P1. We are approximately taking a point P1 on this ray A ray. Okay, then the table is shifted and centered in such a way that P1 is just over P. So after that, you have to take this plane table and you have to establish on this particular point P1. Okay, so that P1 is exactly over P. It has been then orientated, and by backsighting at the ranging rod A. Obviously, when you are shifting the instrument, you have to perform orientation with the help of backsighting. Now with the alidate touching point B, okay, what you have to do, you have to keep your alidate on this line. Okay, touching B, draw a ray. The ranging rod B has been bisected and ray has been drawn. So alidate touching B, you need to draw a ray. Okay, suppose this ray intersect at the previous ray at point P. So suppose it is intersected at point P. and this ray intersect the previous ray at point B. This point represent the position of station P. So this station, this point which we are getting is exactly the station which is representing your point P. This point on the sheet, then the actual position of the station has been marked on the ground. So what you have to do with the help of this P, you have to establish your point P on the ground with the help of U-fork and plumber. Okay, this is how you are establishing a new point with the help of two reference points. So you have taken a reference point A, and you have also taken a reference point B, and with the help of these 2 points you are establishing a new point which is known as your point P. Okay, hope it is hope you have understood this. Let me explain you once again. What you have to do is that, suppose you are taking two reference points, so point A and point B is the point on the ground. Okay, what you have to do is that with the help of chain or tape you have to measure this distance AB. Okay, when you have measured this distance AB, you have to plot it on the drawing sheet. Okay, with the help of selecting suitable scale, an AB line has been drawn. After drawing it on the sheet, what you have to do, you have to position your plane table on point A. You have to perform centering leveling work at point A, and by keeping the highlighter on this line, you have to turn the table so that this AB line bisect the ranging rod at B, so that your orientation has been done perfectly. Okay, after that the ranging rod an approximate point P has been taken and a ranging rod has been established on that point. Okay, after that what you have to do, by keeping the highlighted at point P A, you need to bisect your ranging rod at P. Okay, and then you need to bisect the ranging rod at P and draw a ray AP1. So you need to keep your highlighted at point A, and you need to bisect the ranging rod at P, and you need to draw a ray A. Okay, from A to P, and with the help of eye judgment you are taking a point, you are marking a point P1 on this particular ray. Okay, after that you need to establish a new station point. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to shift your instrument at point P so that this P1 exactly coincide with P. Okay, then by keeping the highlighted at point B, you need to draw a ray again towards P1. Okay, so suppose it is not touching P1, it is touching this line at point P. So this point P is the new established point, and then you have to establish with the help of this point on the sheet, you have to establish a new point on the ground with the help of your U-fork. Okay, so in this way your resection method has been performed. Okay, after that it has been also done with the help of compass. This method is used for only small scale or rough mapping. So this method is adopted in case of when the survey is to be done in a very small area. Okay, let A and B are the two visible stations. So as I have told you, what you have to do, you have to establish a new point with the help of two reference points. Let A and B be the two visible stations. So the two stations are A and B, which have been plotted on the sheet as A and B. So over here there is a diagram you can see over here. There is a point A which has been marked on the ground with the ranging rod. There is a point B which is marked on the ground. Okay, and the same has been measured with the help of chain and tape, and by selecting suitable scale it has been drawn on the sheet as small a and small b. Okay, this line represents this AB line on the ground. Okay, let C be the instrument station to be located on the plan. So the point which is to be located is your point C, which is to be located on your sheet. Okay, now set the table at C and orient it with the compass. Clamp the table. So what you have to do is that we need to establish your point C. So what you have to do, you have to shift your instrument at point C. You have to perform a temporary adjustment like leveling, centering work. Okay, and then you need to with the help of compass give your sheet your orientation and mark north direction on your sheet. Okay, after that, pivoting the alidate through A, draw a ray towards A. What you have to do, you have to keep the alidate at point C, and you have to bisect the ranging rod at A and draw a line which is connecting from small a. After that, similarly, you have to do keep the alidate along line CB and bisect this ranging rod and B and draw a ray. Okay, so that it is connecting line point B. So over here what it is saying that draw a ray towards A, similarly pivoting the alidate about B, draw the ray towards B. B is represented as VB and A is represented as small a. Okay, that will give you the point C on the paper. Okay, so what you have to do is that when you are drawing a ray from point A and you are drawing a ray from point B, you will get an intersection point, and this intersection point represent the point which is to be established. Okay, and after that, when you are getting the point on the sheet, you have to establish it on the ground. So with the help of UFOG, you can establish it on the ground. Okay, this is how your resection method is performed with the help of a compass. After that, the next method is your 2-point problem. Okay, in this problem, two well-defined points whose position has already been plotted on the plan are selected. Then by perfectly bisecting these points, a new station has been established at a required station. So as I have told you, in resection method, you have to take at least 2 points, and with the help of that point we establish a new station. So that is the main purpose behind your 2-point problem. Okay, now suppose P and Q are the two well-defined points whose positions are plotted on the map as small p and small q, and it is required to locate a new station at A by perfectly bisecting P and Q. So you can see in this diagram that there is 2 points P and Q which are well-defined point, and which has been already plotted on the sheet as small p and small q, and with the help of these 2 points we have to establish a new point which is your point A. After that, next point, an auxiliary station is B has been selected at a suitable position. The table is set up at B and leveled, and the orientation by eye estimation it has been then clamped. Okay, what you have to do is that you have to take an auxiliary station point B. Okay, we are selecting an auxiliary station point B. Okay, and then with the help of orientation, centering and leveling, you are fixing your plane table at point B. Okay, and with the after doing the orientation, you have to clamp your plane table. Okay, the next point is now with the alidade touching P and Q, the point P's and Q's are bisected and the rays are drawn. Suppose these rays intersect at P. Okay, suppose what you have to do, you have to keep the alidade at point P because this line is already been plotted. Okay, so what you have to do, keep the alidade at point B and try to bisect what your ranging rod at P and draw a ray. Okay, similarly keep the point your alidade at point B, and it should bisect what point, it should go through point Q, and it should also bisect your ranging rod at Q. So draw a ray. Okay, so these 2 rays are been drawn at this station. After that, with the alidade centered on B, the ranging rod at A has been bisected and the ray is been drawn. So you need to establish a point A on the ranging a new point is to be established, which is nothing but your point A. So we are approximately taking a point A and you are fixing a ranging rod at point A. Then with the help of from point B, you have to take an alidade, touch the alidade at point B and try to bisect what the ranging rod at A. Okay, so with the alidade centered on B, the ranging rod at A has been bisected and a ray has been drawn. So from here a ray has been drawn. Okay, then with the help of eye estimation, a point A1 has been marked on this ray. So we don't know the distance of A1, so with the help of eye estimation we are marking A1 will be supposed here A1. Okay, then after that, then the table has been shifted and centered on A. So after that, this whole assembly has been shifted at point A1. Okay, so that A1 coincide with capital A, which is on the ground. Okay, after that it is leveled and orientated by back sighting. So whenever you shift your instrument, you have to perform your temporary adjustment and you have to perform your what orientation is to be done on that particular point. Okay, now it has been leveled and oriented with bisecting with the alidade touching point P. This point P is bisected and the ray has been drawn. Now what you have to do is that you have to keep your alidade at this point. Okay, then you have to bisect the ranging rod at P, and again you have to draw a ray which is coming towards point A1. Okay, suppose these rays intersect line BA1. So this line is intersecting at BA1 at point A1 as assume. Okay, after this what you have to do is that with the alidade centered on A1, the point Q has been bisected. First you have to keep your alidade centered at P, bisect the ranging rod at P and draw a ray towards your BA1. Okay, it will somewhere cut over here. After that, keeping the alidade at point Q, what you have to do, with the alidade centered on A1, so alidade has been centered at A1, Q has been bisected, you have to bisect Q. Okay, and a ray has been drawn. Okay, so you are drawing a ray. Suppose this ray intersect the ray at the ray BQ at point Q1. So as you can see that there is a line BQ over here. Okay, this BQ line has been cut, and the point which we are getting at this intersection is called as Q1. Okay, the triangle PQ1 is known as the triangle of error, and it is to be eliminated. So as you can see that there is a small triangle created over here, PQ1Q. Okay, so this PQ1Q is nothing but the error, okay, which need to be eliminated. Okay, so for that what you have to do is that the alidade has been placed along the line PQ1, so we have to keep your alidade along this line PQ1. Okay, after that what you have to do, and a ranging rod R has been fixed at the some distance from the table. So a ranging rod has been fixed at some distance, okay, that is represented by what, R. After that, the alidade has been placed along the line PQ, and the table is turned to bisect R. At this position, its table is to be set, that is, it is been perfectly oriented. So what you have to do is that you have to keep the alidade along this line, okay, and then you need to shift your table, turn your table until it is this alidade is bisecting your ranging rod at R. Okay, since once it has been bisected, that means your table has been perfectly oriented. Okay. After that, finally, with the alidade centered on P and Q, now what you have to do, again keep the alidade at point P, bisect the ranging rod at P, and again draw a ray towards BA1, and similarly keep the alidade at point Q, again bisect the point Q and draw a ray at line BA1. Okay. Finally, the alidade is centered on P and Q. These points P and Q are bisected and the rays are drawn. Suppose these rays intersect at A. This will represent the exact position of the required station A. So after doing this, what you have to do, you will draw a ray from P towards this line, and also from towards Q to this line, and you will get a new point which is nothing but your point A, which is the point which was to be established with reference to your two reference point. Okay, so in this way your 2-point problem has been performed. After that, there is another method which is also called as your 3-point problem method. In this problem, 3 well-defined points are selected. So in the 2-point problem there were 2 points, and in 3-point we have to take 3 points as your reference point, with the help of which we are going to establish a new station. In this problem, 3 well-defined points are selected whose position have already been plotted on the map. So the positions of these 3 points will be already plotted on the map, and then by perfectly bisecting these 3 well-defined points, a new station is being established at the required position. Okay, so with the help of these 3 points, we are establishing a new point. Okay, no auxiliary station is required in order to solve this problem. This table is directly placed at the required position, and the problem may be solved by the following method. Okay, so in 2-point problem we were required to take some auxiliary station, but in case of 3-point problem we don't need to take any auxiliary station. We can directly put on the point whose point was to be established on the ground. Okay, so it can be done with the help of 2-3 methods. So one is your Bessel method, second is your mechanical method, and third one is your trial and error method. Okay, after that, 3-point problem, the graphical method of Bessel method. Okay, so with the help of Bessel method, how you can perform? So for that we need to understand this diagram. Okay, this is the first operation, second operation, and third operation. Okay, suppose A, B, and C are the well-defined points which have been plotted as A, B, and C, and now it is to be required to locate a station P. So as by the name of your method itself, there will be 3 points. So there are 3 points are what? The point A, point B, and point C. So as you can see, this capital A, capital B, capital C represent the point which is on the ground, and the small a, small b, and small c point represent what? The point which is on the sheet. Okay, so these are the 3 main station points. Okay, with the help of these 3 station points we have to establish a new point which is nothing but your point P. Okay, the table is been placed at the required station. So what you have to do is that you have to establish your plane table on the required station. So which point is to be established, at that point you have to keep your table. Okay, so the table has been placed at the station P which has been required to be established. the validate is placed along the line CA. So these three line has been already plotted. This line has been already plotted on the sheet. Okay, so what you have to do is the validate place the line validate along the line CA. So you can see that this CA line has been already plotted, so we need to keep this validate along this line. Okay, and the point A has been bisected. So what you have to do, what you have to shift your table either clockwise or anti-clockwise till your ranging rod at A has been bisected. Okay, then after that the table is then clamped with the validate centered at C. Now you have to keep the validate centered at C. Then point B has been bisected. You try to bisect this point B. Okay, from this particular point only. Okay, draw a ray. Okay, this ray has been drawn. After that, so from point C, after bisecting point B, you are drawing a ray as is this line. Okay, again the validate has been placed along the line AC, and the point C has been bisected. Again you have to keep the validate along this line AC and shift the instrument and try to rotate this table clockwise and try to bisect this point C. So again the validate has been placed along the line AC and the point C has been bisected, and the table is then clamped. After that, with the validate touching A, the point B has been bisected and the ray has been drawn. Suppose this ray intersect the previous ray at point D. Okay, after doing this, what you have to do is that this is the second operation. In this, what you have to do, keep the validate along this line and try to bisect this point C. Okay, after that, with the validate touching A, the point B has been bisected. Now keep this validate along this line and try to bisect the ranging rod at B, and suppose it has been cutting this line somewhere here, and that point has been marked as D. Okay, now the validate has been placed along DB. What you have to do, you have to place the validate along this line DB. Now validate has been placed along DB and point B has been bisected. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to keep the validate along this line, and what you have to do, you have to rotate this instrument till your point B has been bisected. Okay, and point B has been bisected. At this position the table is said to be perfectly oriented. Now the rays AA, BB and CC are drawn. Now you can see that when you're turning this instrument clockwise, you can see that every point is matching with what from this point A has been perfectly bisected. Okay, and from this point B has been perfectly bisected, and from this point C has been perfectly bisected. Okay, this is the first operation, second operation and third operation. So in this way, with the help of 3-point problem, you can perform what? Establish a new station point with the help of 3 well-defined points. Okay, after that, this is your 3-point problem. The next method is your mechanical method. Suppose A and B are 3 well-defined points which have been plotted on the map as A, B and C. It is required to locate a new station. The table is placed at P and level. A tracing paper has been fixed on the paper and point P has been marked on it. So what you have to do, this is the 3 well-defined point A, B and C. It has been already plotted on the sheet as A, B, C. Okay, these 3 points are already been marked. Okay, you are taking an auxiliary station. You are assuming that the point P is somewhere here. Okay, and you are trying to draw what? With the help of tracing paper, you are bisecting what? The ranging rod at A and drawing a ray from here, and you are bisecting, you are taking a tracing paper on this sheet and you are bisecting what? Ranging rod at B and drawing a ray from here, and again you are bisecting C and drawing a ray from here. Now you will have to adjust your tracing paper in such a way that the line P1 should exactly match with A, line P1 should be exactly matching with point B, and point P1 should be exactly matching with the C. Okay, you have to adjust your tracing paper by moving it here and there. Okay, and once you are getting that point where all the lines are matching with A, B and C, then you are getting your point which is to be established, that is nothing but your point P. Okay, this is your mechanical method. Then there is also one method which is also called as your trial and error method. Suppose A, B and C are the 3 well-defined points. So A, B and C are the well-defined point which is to be established. A, B, C are already marked on the ground. A, B, C has been already marked on the ground. Okay, now the table has been set up and level at P. So you are taking a point. which is to be established. Okay, you are performing all centering and leveling work from here. From point P, you are marking, turning your table and drawing a ray by bisecting point A. Okay, from point A, then with the elaborate rays A is been drawn, from rays BB is been drawn, rays CC is been drawn. The orientation is approximately the rays may not be intersect at point. So you are directly bisecting this A, you're directly bisecting from here point B, you're directly bisecting point C. Okay, so you can see that there is a small triangle which has been created in this. Okay, the rays are may not intersect at a point, but may form a small triangle of error. So you can see that this is a triangle of error. To get the actual point, these triangles of error is to be eliminated by repeatedly turning the table clockwise or anti-clockwise. So in order to eliminate this, you have to turn your table either clockwise and anti-clockwise and try to eliminate this, so that you get a single point after drawing all the rays. Okay, if you are trying to draw this line, it should be getting a point P, and if you're trying to draw this line, you have to get this point P. You're trying to draw this line, you have to get the point P. All the lines should pass from the single point, then you can say that you have got the perfect point. Okay, once you are getting the perfect point, you can, with the help of plumb bob, you can establish it on the ground. Okay, so this is nothing about your trial and error method. You have to repeat the process again and again, so that some accurate value has been achieved. Okay, now points to be kept in mind in plane table surveying. There are various points which need to be kept on the mind while performing plane table surveying. Okay, these are not that much important. The errors are important, so we will try to understand what are the various errors. Error in plane table surveying, it can be classified into instrumental error, errors in manipulation and sighting, and errors in plotting. Okay, so instrumental error can be what the surface of the drawing board is not plane, the edge of the alidade is not straight, the object of vane and the side vane are not perpendicular to each other, that can cause an error. The edge of the alidade is not parallel to the line of sight. Okay, that can cause an error. The fixing of clamp is not proper. Okay, now the error in manipulation and sighting is what defective leveling has been not done perfectly. Defective, you have not sighted the object perfectly, you have not done the orientation perfectly, you have not done the centering perfectly, movement of board between side. Okay, now the errors in plotting can be what defective scale, you have not taken the proper scale, and wrongly intersecting the ray from two different stations. If you have wrongly intersected rays, that can also cause an error. So this is all related to your plane table surveying. Okay, I think I've completed all the theoretical part related to your plane table surveying, and let me tell you that there is no numerical in this chapter. Okay, the next part in this is your area and volume calculation that we will do in the next lecture. Okay, thank you so much. If you have anything to ask related to this, you can ask me in the comment section, or you can directly contact me on WhatsApp. Okay, thank you so much.